Got nice and bright. He took it on. A great goal from Robbie, of course, and good energy to the first half. Actually, a very good performance, I thought, first half. As you said, I know they've had a few challenges, but they still put a lot of investment in that side.
Hello there, welcome to the London Stadium. We'll give you the team news in a minute. We were off mic, so that's why we've taken 11 minutes to get sound through. But we do have Manchester City winning 2-0. We will bring you a full classified a little bit later, but let's bring you some reaction from the two managers in our first live match you may have heard this afternoon, Carlo Ancelotti and Sean Dyche. I'll get on to the comments in a minute, and I'll get a little surprise for Clarence as well in a minute if he just hangs on. But we're going to just hear from Sean Dyche and Claudio and Carlo Ancelotti. They've both been speaking after Burnley 1, Everton 1.
In the game, but at the end, equalized at the end of the first half. It was difficult. We had the injury of Delph. We changed the shape, so it was not easy. At the end, it's a draw that helped us to move a little bit the table. Of course, we wanted to win. We had opportunities at the end to have the 3 points, but we have to accept the result and also the performance.
I thought we started to go nice and bright. He took it on. A great goal from Robbie, of course, and good energy to the first half. Actually, a very good performance, I thought, first half. As you said, I know they've had a few challenges, but they still put a lot of investment in that side. They've got a top manager, and they're a good outfit, and so really pleased. And I'm bound to be aggrieved at the foul that wasn't given that led to a goal. That's the turning point in that half for me, because whether it's a foul or not, that in the Premier League gets given virtually every week. It gets given in the box as a penalty, the tiniest touch, and it's a penalty because they said there's contact, and that, lo and behold, we need one, and we don't get it. And now we've had too many of them go against us this season so far.
Jordan is back. He has a lot of quality, and for him it's important to stay mentally in good condition, fit and motivated.
Okay, well, we don't need to hear any more about that. So that was a view from Sean Dyche. Ancelotti will be happy with a point. Sean Dyche very happy with the performance, but unfortunately there will be talk about whether Everton's goal earlier today should have stood or not, but there you go. Now, just before I leave you for 5 minutes, Clarence, you are now a moderator. I have added you a few weeks ago as a moderator, so you're now a fully paid up member of the JB Sports gang, so welcome along, Clarence. We're just going to take a 2-minute break so I can get lubricated up, because it's a very cold evening here in London, so I'm going to get myself a flask of tea. Be sure to join us in a couple of minutes when we bring you live, uninterrupted commentary of West Ham versus Manchester United. I hope you're going to be ready for it, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes from now. And welcome back to the London Stadium, where there's 2,000 West Ham fans who have made their way into the ground. Obviously social distancing, having to have one-way systems and everything in place. But the atmosphere is not as big as it should be, really, in terms of the support. But these things take time, I suppose, to come to fruition. And let's hope and pray that we have more supporters coming back to football grounds sooner rather than later, because we really do need the fans back in the game. Just a shame that we didn't have any at Burnley today. Of course, Burnley in Tier 3 restrictions at the moment. We're just waiting to get a good streak for the game here this afternoon. And it's good to see that supporters are cheering their team on, even if it's just West Ham fans today. Manchester United, of course, can't have fans in their ground at the moment due to United being in Tier 3 at the moment, or due to the Manchester area, I should say, being in Tier 3 at the moment. But we're lucky to have fans back. The London club certainly have. I'll be interested to see when they do take the knee, because apparently today at Millwall, not too far away, just across the River Thames from here, apparently that the Millwall fans, when the players took the knee for the political reasons, of course, for the Black Lives Matter movement, and they booed everybody that took the knee. So I think it's it's not universally popular with the supporters. I'll give you the two lineups in just a second or two, as soon as I can get a right good stream going on here. And we are almost ready to go. And here we go then. This should be an absolute classic. So let me give you the two lineups then. With West Ham in goal, Fabianski, and then it's Balbuena, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Buffal, and Declan Rice in there as well. Souček, Masaku, Jared Bowen, Fornals and Haller, with Randolph on the bench. Randolph, Benrahma, Lanzini, Snodgrass, Noble, Diop and Johnson. Manchester United as follows, with Dean Henderson preferred to David De Gea. David De Gea, the big team news is De Gea does not make the 18. He's not even in the squad. So Dean Henderson, the former Sheffield United Wuloni, in goal. Then it's a back foot, and then it's Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Harry Maguire, the captain, and Alex Telles. Then it's Scott McTominay, Paul Pogba and Mason Greenwood, Van der Beek and Martial and Cavani. No place in the 11 for Marcus Rashford. On the bench for United, we've got Lee Grant, Juan Mata, Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Nemanja Matic, Brandon Williams and Twanatsabe. The referee this afternoon, or this evening I should say, it's a very cold evening here in London. It's Andre Mariner from Birmingham. His two assistants are Simon Long and Eddie Smart. And the fourth official is Andy Madley. The VAR, we're having technical difficulties again. We will bring you the match, I'm sure. We're just having one or two technical itches at the moment, which is not very good at the moment. The VAR referee, if required, is Lee Mason from Bolton, and we've got Adrian Holmes as his assistant. So hopefully we'll have some action for you in just a second. We should have kicked off by now. They should have actually kicked off by now. It's 7:30. It's 5:30. They usually kick off here. So hopefully we'll have some action for you now. And we're underway. In fact, we've just kicked off. And it's Manchester United in those white shirts. West Ham, of course, in the Clarendon blue. And we've just kicked off. It's I don't like the look of that United strip. It's a mixture of white and white. It's almost like zebra-type stripes as the ball comes in early doors. And it came in there towards number 18, Fornals, who keeps it in on the far side. I'll come to the comments in a second because I know Clarence is dying for me to say something. Here's Jared Bowen, and Bowen takes him on the right. Bowen with a shot, and Dean Henderson was there, and the goalkeeper wasn't so confident there. Jared Bowen starting really well as the ball is not back by Buffal, And Bowen again taking them on. Jared Bowen with a shot. And it was almost super smashing great for Jared Bowen then. But he put Dean Henderson in all sorts of knots here right at the start. Here he is now taking the ball. And that was the first effort that was saved. And then I think Fornals came in with the goalkeeper. And then this was the replay again. This was the shot from Bowen. Taking him on there. There's the deflection. And it came to Fornals. And I have to say, Dean Henderson there, I'll give him a bit of credit there. That was a very good piece of goalkeeping. Clarence, you are now a moderator. Good evening to you. You are now appearing in your first match as a moderator. So well done to you. The other week I finally sussed how to get a moderator, get people in as moderators, and Clarence came across. So he's now become our 8th moderator. We've got up to 8 moderators on. Russ has said good evening. Hope you're doing well, and I trust you arrived safely. Arrived in plenty of time. Put on with flasks of tea and all sorts. I'm even had a crafty bovril at the kiosk as well as I came in, and it was lovely to have a bit of a bovril on a cold winter's night like this. And I even brought a little blanket to warm my legs up as well. So it is bitterly cold. It's 6 layers weather tonight, that is for sure. As we're well and truly underway. We've had 2.5 minutes, or just 2 minutes 40 at the moment. The form guide: West Ham have won 3, lost 1, and drawn 1 of their last 5. United exactly the same as well. Won 3, lost 1, and drawn 1 as well of their last 5. Although they did lose to PSG in the week, and they were very poor. As it turned out, that's a foul, I think, on Edinson Cavani. He wants a free kick. But the referee, I don't think is for being is for giving it. Although I must admit, I've seen them in the Balbuena did have him. I did have it all over him there. Cavani wasn't going to get the decision, according to referee Mr. Mariner of Birmingham. Head-to-heads between these two sides in Premier League history. In the 26 years that they've been playing Premier League football, they've played each other 48 times. West Ham have only won 7 of those 48 games. United winning 28 of them and 13 draws. And just illustrates how dominant Manchester United have been in Premier League clashes between these two sides over the last sort of 20-odd years or so. Who do I think will win? Well, I don't know. I think it's a tight one. It's certainly a tight one, Clarence. I think this could be a decent one. But with the factor now of the fans, West Ham have got a chance. But they've been going very well under David Moyes this season. And we're up to 5th place. Of course, they've dropped down to 6th with the victory today for Manchester City. Quite a comfortable 2-0 win over Fulham. In case you see 2 goals from, in case you didn't know, the 2 goals from Kevin De Bruyne putting Fulham to the sword. Fulham weren't happy about certain refereeing decisions. But, well, they lost. And that's good news as well for Burnley, who drew 1-1, you may have heard this afternoon, against Everton, but certainly put some very good football together, and were very unlucky not to get more than the 1 point they got, which still leads in second bottom, incidentally. But Sean Dyche, as you heard just a few minutes ago, very, very incensed that there was no foul given in the build-up to Everton's equaliser, and I'm certainly convinced that was the case. Anyway, back here at the London Stadium. Yeah, he did score a stunner, and you can listen. Oh, by the way, you can listen to the game back, by the way, at Turf Moor after we finished here, of course. Just go on my YouTube, go on the JB Sports YouTube channel and click on the Burnley game, and you'll be able to listen to a lot of it in full, of course. So, and I have to say, it's good commentary, if I don't say so myself. Anyway, here come West Ham on the far side, but they've lost possession here. Pogba now gets it just inside, midway inside his own half. United starting the day around about the 10th place mark, and really could do with a big result here tonight. As Fornals takes possession, Wan-Bissaka in there with a very good challenge there for Manchester United in those zebra type shirts. It's a pretty awful strip. I don't know what possessed possessor shirt makers, that passes as fashionable these days. I don't know why, but it's certainly not fashionable, is it? But there you go. Anyway, it's a throw into West Ham. And what can they produce here as the throw comes in towards Sebastian Haller? You need to go, Clarence. Okay, no problem. But nice to have you with us. Okay, no worries. A bit up and under there as Bowen heads it forward. And Pogba can get it away from Manchester United. And this will be a real test of David Moyes' credentials here. Was Manchester United manager 6 or 7 years ago. Only lasted 10 months, sadly, into a 5-year contract at Old Trafford before he was unceremoniously axed as manager and replaced by Louis van Gaal. Greenwood keeps it in on the far side, finds Van den Beek. United looking to put some misery on their old boss. McTominay infield to Pogba. Pogba back to McTominay, but Van der Beek takes possession before Van der Beek could actually, before McTominay, could take possession. 0-0 here at the London Stadium. 7 minutes gone. We've got 2,000 supporters inside the ground. A bit of progress from what's been completely 6 months worth of no crowds. We haven't seen crowds anywhere in the country since March. As we see a free kick there given against West Ham. United don't have any supporters with them today. They can't travel out of Tier 3, of course, into Tier 2. That's not allowed under government restrictions, which I think is a bit stupid, really, to be quite honest. My view on it, it's taking away people's human rights, but I understand why it's there, but for the COVID and everything, but I do think it's a bit on. But anyway, never mind that. Bowen is onside. Jared Bowen, he scored! Jared Bowen, take the bullseye, but the flag has gone up for offside. Now, why do they let play go on before Bowen puts the ball in the back of the net? Now, this is a rule that must be stopped. He's offside, you flag there. You should be flagging there. I don't understand why linesmen now are under this new directive drawn up by former referee David Ellery. I just think that rule should be scrapped. If he's offside, put the flag up. It's an annoyance for the players. It's an annoyance for us commentators. I just find the rule ridiculously stupid now. And I think the offside rule is complicated enough without all this ridiculousness there, but it did look offside there. And here comes number 2. Here come West Ham again. They're playing some really good stuff, and it was Boufal trying to come forward, and he's lost possession this time. Maguire gets it back to Dean Henderson, who was beaten there, finds Pogba. Pass was a little heavy, I should say, from Dean Henderson, and Tellers gets the ball back, and now Maguire. Been calls about his, been critics like Roy Keane and people like that in the past have really questioned his commitment as a captain, but there's no lack of commitment from him as a defender, no doubt about that. Has had a really troubled 2020 personally, Maguire. Of course, all the arrests and everything else with his brother and everything else, it has haunted him a little bit, and you can't blame him for that. For being a little bit affected by that. 10 minutes gone here, but West Ham have scored, but the goal was disallowed for clear offside. But the ruling of that, I'm sorry, but David Ellery has got to change that offside rule. You cannot let the game play on if he's offside. If he's offside, flag it straight away. Don't wait until the player's finished before flagging for offside. It really drives me, myself as a commentator, and the fans completely up the wall. Anyway, 3 kick to West Ham, midway inside the Manchester United half on the left hand side. It's going to be either Fornals, it's going to be left, in fact, and it's a long looping one. Henderson's underneath it, didn't get anywhere near it, and got away with it there, the former Sheffield United goalkeeper. United defensively do not look sturdy at all. That's the long free kick. And I tell you what, Bonner was flying in there as well with the goalkeeper. It would have been interesting to see if he had got a had reached Ogbono, whether Henderson would have been completely out of his ground. But United surviving just about at the moment. West Ham have certainly had the lion's share of the opening 11 minutes. And they have possession again with Creswell. Gets it a long ball forward and a lovely ball too. Fornals chips it in there towards Sebastian Haller. Back to Fornals on the edge of the area. Bowen is there too, but the flag has gone up again for offside. Now that's what I want to see more of from the linesman. If he's offside, flag it. There it is again. But I have to say, that did look a little bit level. Be interested to see if things do go to VAR, whether we'll have to hear the reaction of the fans as well. Be interested to see. But at the moment, it's 0-0 here at the London Stadium in front of 2,000 spectators. I mean, it's 2,000. I mean, we'd rather have 60,000 here, to be quite honest with you, which creates a bit more of an atmosphere. But there are a select few, of course. They have to be social distance, the fans these days. And over on the far, and the fans are situated on one part of the ground over on the far side as Fabianski gets it forward for the Hammers. Header one there by Maguire from halfway inside his own half. The ball's out of play. 12 and a half minutes gone. West Ham 0, Manchester United 0. West Ham have had a goal in the end, rightly disallowed. It was the correct decision, but the way that the officials are being told to interpret it. And it's not their fault. Let's be fair. It's David Ellery who makes the rules up for the governing bodies. But I'm sorry, but I don't agree with some of the rules he has made in this particular instance. But there you go. This is Cavani now for Manchester United, wearing that famous number 7 shirt, made famous by the likes of Cantona and George Best through the years for United. Cristiano Ronaldo, David Beckham. Here comes Maguire, chips it forward, and here's Alex Telles. Gets it back to the captain Maguire, wearing a rainbow armband. Rainbow laces to celebrate the gay community, of course. Who and it's right that we do that as well in this day and age. Offside there. Nothing wrong with everybody being equal. Doesn't matter what race you are, whether you're gay, straight, or anything else. It's a football that's sport for everybody, whether you're a man, boy, girl, or a woman. It's a family affair these days. But there's quite a number of West Ham fans. They all have to be social distance, of course. They all have to do a one-way system, hand sanitisers and all that jazz, and they're all wearing masks as well, which I find bizarre because outdoor you're less likely to catch the COVID outside than you are inside. So I don't understand why they still have to wear face masks, but there you go. This is an outdoor event. Anyway, Kufal to take the throw then for the Hammers. Number 5 as he gets the throw in there. Can't find Jared Bowen. What a signing he's been for West Ham. Somebody at Burnley who really should have gone Alpha Lever to sign in January, and the flag has stayed down. Cavani is onside, and then he tries a back flick, which unfortunately for him, Mason Greenwood wasn't on his wave. A quarter of an hour gone here at the London Stadium. West Ham United 0, Manchester United 0. Here's Sebastian Haller, finds Jared Bowen, who hit the bullseye, but the goal was, if you pardon the pun, but the goal did not stand, so it wasn't super smashing great from his point of view. Now then, a chance here for number 26 to come forward here, which is Masaku. And then an attempted cross was completely miscued there by West Ham. Declan Rice now, former Irish international, now England regular, plays the ball into the penalty area. Haller is in there, but he's lost out again. Pogba can bring it away for Manchester United. In fact, the referee has blown up for a foul by Sebastian Haller. And a free kick to Manchester United as we go towards the 16th minute of the first half here. But still a very deserted London Stadium, bar 2,000 social distance supporters. You can only, of course, they've introduced the fans back to horse racing as well today. A couple of big meetings up at down at Sandown Park, not far from here, and up at Aintree, where they've run 2 races today over the Grand National fences. And it's been the first time in a year since the Grand National fences have been used at Aintree. As we see Donny van der Beek there, fouled there by number 28 Sojcek, and a free kick to Manchester United. There he is, Sojcek. No yellow cards issued, incidentally, in the Burnley match. Should have been a potential for a red card when Browner was taken out, of course. But as you may have heard, Man City winning 2-0. Keep commenting in the comment section below. Don't forget the JB Man of the Match. We had a shared award for the first time this season between Matt Lowton and Robbie Brady, who scored Burnley's goal earlier today. This is Tellez now for Manchester United. Of course, I'll tell you a bit more about that in case you haven't joined us before, a little bit later on. And of course, the viewing figures, we had well over 123 people listed in for the first commentary of the new season. It's been 3 weeks, but hopefully we'll get some bigger games. But the viewing figures for the live streams, the commentary streams, have been very, very good. Very much up on last season as well, when people were tuning in regularly. But it's always been very good to see. Hopefully we'll have a game for you tomorrow, and then hopefully we'll be back next weekend as well. And of course we'll have all the midweek stuff as well. And of course we'll have a very busy Christmas New Year period, of course, as we did last season. And what fantastic matches we've got coming through over December. The League Cup quarterfinals as well. Here's Martial with the shot, deflected, and it's a corner. Right footed shot from outside the area from Martial. United incidentally taking the goal to the left, in case you were wondering where they're shooting in the first half. West Ham to the right, where the United they'd have been attacking the end, where the United supporters would have been. But in the end, it's a corner. And it hit Declan Rice and went behind for a corner. Certainly been a talisman, Martial. There's no doubt about that. United did waste chances on Wednesday night against PSG. Here's Tellez with a teasy ball into the penalty area. Well dealt with by the West Ham defence. Still 0-0. If you've just joined us here on the JB Sports YouTube channel, live coverage of the game between West Ham and Man United. If you haven't, also you'll be able to hear me on Virtual Football. Virtual Football's back on this channel, of course. Within the next week, we'll be doing a remake of the match, so you'll be seeing a sort of a live virtual match from FIFA 21 every Sunday afternoon. With still the same old me doing the commentary, but virtually. And I'm also heard on Trevor Sports YouTube channel. I wasn't told last night for the latest match of the day, but Trevor's Chris Whiteman did the commentary, and it was a very good episode as well. I'm back on the platform on that particular channel on Monday night, and in fact I've got Manchester United Red Bull Leipzig as my match, as we do a virtual Champions League sports night, and that I believe will be on Monday night at around about 8 o'clock. So don't forget to tune in on Trevor's channel, folks. He does need the subscribers. We're looking to get him to 500 if we can before Christmas and New Year. So if you haven't subscribed to Trevor Sports channel, please make sure you subscribe when you finish listening to this, please. We'd like to, and also tell your friends and tell your family, not just about his channel but my channel as well. 20 minutes gone then here on JB Sports, live coverage, commentary coverage of West Ham against Manchester United. At the moment 0-0. We've only had the 1-1 draw, the 1-0 draw in our live matches this season, so that's always been a good sign so far. That was Brighton against Burnley, and I felt like a waste of my time that day, but didn't waste my time earlier today, and I certainly don't think we're going to be wasting time here today, as the attempted through ball to Jared Bowen is cut out from the left hand side, and it's knocked out for a throw into West Ham over on the far side. I have to say West Ham have started really well. They are playing with you remember the team in 6th place at the moment, really fighting way above expectations. Really, David Moyes has done an exceptional job, and I think he could have it could be the Everton syndrome when he was Everton manager there, that they could improve West Ham. I think he's just the right man for the job. They've actually played today so far some very attractive football, West Ham. Mahmoud Tahibi says, wow. I'm not sure what that comment actually means, but it's nice to have you with us. Manchester United being held here at the London Stadium. Remember, West Ham scored early doors through Jared Bowen, but it was flagged offside. Quite rightly so, but I do agree with this silly offside. I do disagree with the rule now that you have to wait for the move to finish to put the ball in the net, and even then it could be well flagged offside. It's an annoyance for the players, and it's an annoyance for us commentators as well that think that a perfectly good goal's been scored and then you see the flag up for offside. If it's offside, you just put your flag up, and I don't think David Ellery had any rights at all, in my opinion, because he's the one who makes the rules up, of course, for the rule makers in the game. And I think it's a disgrace that they've allowed that rule to come in this season. But there you go. And of course, I think VAR need to get their house in order as well, because we saw a controversial offside against Aston Villa, who should have played Newcastle this evening, or last night, but they got called up because of the coronavirus threat that's caused Newcastle to pull out the game. So they're having to play at another date as Tellers' cross is turned behind by Ogbonna for the first corner, for another corner to Manchester United. Crossing from the left, and Ogbonna just almost making a bit of a hash of the clearance there inside his own penalty area. It could have gone anywhere, actually, but he did enough. So Ogbonna getting away with that. United have a corner on the right hand side, the far side as we look here. Across the ground here. West Ham 0, Manchester United 0. Halfway through the first half, here comes the corner towards the near post. It's well dealt with there by Masaku. Really was a poor corner. And now the ball threaded out towards the far side. It's well, and Martial's been well found on that far side. It's just drifted out to the right as the ball is swung in there. Cavani was also waited in the penalty area as the cross came in from the right hand side. Pogba now has it on the left hand side, midway inside the West Ham half. Has to pirouette back and turn nicely, and he's found Scott McTominay, who's just drifted onto the halfway as United just again patient build up. Wan-Bissaka finding Lindelof, now in field to Pogba, well inside the centre circle, about 10 yards inside the West Ham half. Now the ball is out towards the far side. Now back inside for Pogba. Pogba looking for options. Might have to go down the right. Van der Beek does just that. United keeping possession really well here at the moment. Still 0-0 if you've joined us. West Ham have had the ball in the net through Jared Bowen, but the goal was quite rightly disallowed for offside. Sojcik has brought down Paul Pogba, and a free kick to Manchester United over on the far side as we look on the right hand side here. Remember, West Ham in 6th place at the start. United 4 places, but only a point further back. So a win for United today would put them well back in the top half of the table. Of course, Manchester City winning comfortably 2-0 against Fulham. It was a very comfortable performance, and but they didn't punish Fulham as well as they did against Burnley last week, where they were beaten to a pulp, Sean Dyche's side, but showed a bit of famous fighting spirit this afternoon. Should have took all 3 points on that game against Everton, but came away with just a 1. Offside given against Martial. English has come on and said agrees with what Russ has said about the fans being back. And he misses it too during the COVID-19. Well, we try not to mention COVID on this programme, English. Not a criticism, but we want some COVID-3 entertainment really today. But it's good to see them back. Let's have a little bit of escapism and enjoy the commentary. I'm not going to mention anything about COVID-19 or anything else now for the rest of this stream, as Manchester United come streaming forward now. Still 0-0 if you've just joined us here on JB Sports. Here come West Ham now. They've really started on the football, but just have gone slightly on the back foot in the last 5 minutes. Kufau gets the ball back, and here is Sojcik. He finds up Bonnet out, deep inside their own half at the moment. Ball on the left-hand side with Creswell. Creswell just pirouettes a couple of times. Not really challenged even by United, who are a little bit lazy on the uptake, or a little bit slow on the uptake, I should say. This is a chance now for Haller to come charging forward, but the ball has been lost. But then Declan Rice is in there to win the next one. But here comes Paul Pogba now for United. Martial has just gone a little bit deeper from his striking position. Has played the ball in towards Alex Telles. Telles has to backtrack a little bit. Just pirouettes again. Checks. Fires McTominay. Steep inside West Ham territory. Well, coming up, edging, creeping towards the edge of the West Ham penalty area here. Oh no, I mean creeping. They might as well be crawling. Here comes Manchester United again on the left-hand side. Here is Wan-Bissaka. And he gets the ball through. The flag has stayed down. The ball played in there. Wan-Bissaka goes down. In fact, Cavani has been flagged offside. And a free kick to West Ham United. The two assistants incidentally. That was Eddie Smart with the flag there. The other two offside. The one that was a little bit controversial. The offside that was given when Bowen put the ball in the back, and then that was Simon Long who waved his flag that time. And it is bitterly, bitterly cold here at the London Stadium. I'm not going to make it up. It is absolutely freezing. My cuppa is going cold. Trying to warm up in this environment is not easy. Here comes the goal kick. High and long, Pogba attacks it deep halfway inside his own half. Martial has it on halfway, gets it out there towards the left-hand side. This is Cavani. Back inside to McTominay. Infield to Pogba. Pogba hits, whose attempt to pass deflects off Rice. Wan-Bissaka takes possession, but he's lost it. And here come West Ham now. They've got Souček on the ball here. 28 and a bit minutes gone here at the London Stadium in the East End of London, and it's a cracking venue, but still vastly deserted. About 2,000 very, very lucky West Ham fans who have had to have swab tests as well before and make sure that they were testing positive from COVID-19. I've just mentioned it now, but from COVID before they came in. But the atmosphere today has been of a superb nature, and I think it should be an absolute classic, I think, today. But we're still yet to see a goal in the game, and I think it will only be a question of time before that actually happens at the moment. But there were awful scenes at the Den today when Millwall fans did boo with players taking the knee in support of the old Black Lives Matter, of course, as the ball is hoisted forward towards Martial, headed away. Tested positive, negative. Oh dear me. A very big JB blunder there. Well, Russ, he's always on hand every single time to correct me. I meant negative. Honestly, yeah, I did honestly mean negative. Anyway, back to the game. Oh, if they were positive, they wouldn't be allowed in the ground. Anyway, here's Declan Rice on the ball, and the ball is floated in there, gets a deflection, and it will be a West Ham corner. That I can guarantee. Oh dear me, that's one for the bloopers video at the end of the year. One of those weeks commentating for Trevor takes it out of you. Anyway, West Ham win their first quarter of the game with just over half an hour gone. And they take it short to Creswell. And the ball hooked back in there from the left-hand side. Oh, Bonner coming around the back there. Just getting in there. And a chance there, headed forward by Souček, but it's into the arms of goalkeeper Dean Henderson, who since the early stages hasn't had much to do. Well, Manchester United goalkeeper in an all sort of fluorescent pink goalkeeper's jersey today. That's the first piece of work he's had to do for some sort of 15-20 minutes. There's Pogba now on the ball for United. Certainly having the lion's share of the play, but they've lost it this time. Here's Jared Bowen. And this man can make things happen. He's a good player, side from Hull City. And look at him go past two defenders as if they didn't exist. Give Alex Tellez the slip, and the header comes in, and it's side-netting. Side-netting from Fornals. It was a terrific run by Jared Bowen on the far side. That was really super smashing great from the former Hull City man. Gets the ball on halfway, goes past one man, then takes on Alex Tellez, absolutely whips him for pace. And the cross wasn't half bad, and Fornals just couldn't hit the target. Hits the side netting, but a wonderful run by Jared Bowen, really showing what he's all about there, the former Hull man. And I tell you what, he deserved an assist for that. Here's Bowen again on the ball. Here he is now, Bowen with the shot. Misses the bullseye, goal kick. Went with a left-footed shot and caught it way too high, and it went over the top into the deserted stand there behind Dean Henderson's goal. United just making a little bit of a hash of playing it out from the back at the moment. And that's one part of the game where Solskjaer, I think, will be a little bit cranky with, because they really don't need to be making elementary mistakes like that. Not Manchester United anyway. See Mike Phelan down there on the touchline, the United assistant. David Moyes down there as well. Solskjaer taking a bit of a sit down at the moment, pondering away, his mouth, hands over his mouth. Really, he's a man under pressure. 3 wins from the last 5. You would say that's not bad. Solskjaer was saying in the pre-match press conference that his team are very, very consistent. Maybe that's probably pushing it a little bit too far. They've been a tad inconsistent, although 3 wins from 5 is not bad form. But they have had a defeat, and they have had a bit of a draw as well. So in the last 2 games, they haven't won really in 2. So I won't say it was consistent, although United, Solskjaer will obviously defend his boys to the hilt as we go into the 34th minute of the game. We've had 33.5 minutes. Pogba has pulled up here with an injury, and he's limping very gingerly there, I must say. Paul Pogba, the £89 million man. I think he landed awkwardly as well, which on his left leg, which may have just giving him a bit of a dead leg there, to be perfectly honest. Here's Ogbonna now for West Ham. Finds Aaron Creswell. Creswell gets it out to the far side. Now, what can West Ham do here down that far side? Well, they might just get the ball forward, but United get it away. Here's Pogba now. The white and black shirts, almost looking like zebras, of course, United's kit. Here's Jared Bowen again. He's had a great first half for me, and he's certainly had a lot of the ball. And that's a dangerous looking cross. Chance there, and it's been stabbed against the post from Fornals, who's missed 2 of the best chances of the first half. By the penalty spot, he stabbed it with the right foot. Caught Dean Henderson wrong-footed here. And then the ball bounced off the bottom of the far post and into Dean Henderson's grateful arms. This was the toe poke. Oh, dear me. Tell you what, I think on balance of play, West Ham, he actually thinks it nutmegs, the shot goes right through Wan-Bissaka's leg, almost like a nutmeg, and then up against the post. I don't think Henderson actually saw it until very, very late, and that's why the goalkeeper couldn't get there in the first place and was able to gather it back on the rebound off the post. So West Ham coming close a couple of times. They really are impressing, and you can see why they're in the top 6 at the moment in the Premier League. But here come Manchester United with Cavani. Oh, Robin Greenwood, I should say. Pogba with the shot. Pogba's shot. Easy one there for the goalkeeper. Hit it from about 25, 30 yards. Paul Pogba hit it right-footed. And it was down. It was almost central here. Mason Greenwood created the chance. Nice little cutback. So Pogba over the space, and then with the left foot, sort of didn't hit it as well as he would have liked. It was a bit of a same sort of shot there on the right foot there by Paul Pogba. Newcated, nice to see back as well earlier this afternoon. He's back tonight. He says, wow, definitely lucky to be 0-0 at the moment. West Ham have hit the post and have missed a good chance. And he's urging Solskjaer to fix the problems. Well, I don't think he's far wrong there. Maybe we should put Newcated in charge. I think he might get some results at Old Trafford at the moment. West Ham have had 6 attempts, United's 2. West Ham and Manchester United have had 1 on target. That effort for Fornals, in fact, it does not count as a shot on target according to the Opta stats, the Opta statistics people. As number 4 now, as the ball is up forward again. A chance here for West Ham. Here's Sebastian Haller. He's a good cross and it comes into the far side. Big chance this for West Ham. The shot comes in and it deflects. That man again, Jared Bowen. He has looked a live wire in this first half. He swapped flanks with Sebastian Haller, but he looks a bit. And Haller with the cross there. And it was a fantastic ball. And Bowen taking on Wan-Bissaka and hitting the defender and going out for the corner. I've always been impressed with Jared Bowen, even in his early days at Hull. I was commentating on Hull against Aston Villa in the Championship, and he scored an absolute cracker at Villa Park in a game that I covered about some 2.5 to 3 years ago. And even then, at that time, I thought this man's going to be back in the Premier League one day. And he certainly found his true calling at West Ham as the corner comes in. Rice with a header, he's been turned in. And a back pass by Stoichek, I think. They will check it for VAR, but Stoichek runs away with delight. The goal's been given. And the West Ham fans are cock-a-hoop, all 2,000 of them. It's West Ham 1, Manchester United 0. They will check the goal on VAR just to make sure there was no problem with the offside, but it was a perfectly good corner move. The flick on by Declan Rice. It was a wonderful corner. Bit of an outswinger here. Rice with the flick, and yes, I think it's a good goal that. Stoichek came in. He was definitely onside. Pogba played him on, and he came in at the back post. Henderson was nowhere, and the goal counts. And it's 1-0 to West Ham. And you have to say, on the last 10 minutes of play alone, I think it's a lead that they absolutely and truly deserved. And even the Hawaiians in the West Ham fan supporters, within the West Ham supporters club, are very, very happy indeed. West Ham 1, Manchester United 0. Are we going to see a shock here at the London Stadium tonight? 2,000 of them went absolutely cock-a-hoop here. It sounded like 22,000 the way they were shouting. It's got to be said. Alex Telles now for Manchester United, who now have to come from behind here. Last 10 minutes, after a good 10-minute period during the first half, have suddenly now gone back into their shell. The ball will fall for Fabianski inside the area. And Fabianski, in fairness, has not had that much to do. But now it's back to the wall now for United. 1-0 they trail West Ham. Newcated has said, oh no, Ollie definitely needs to be replaced by himself. There have been murmurings in the tabloid press that certainly the Sun and the Mirror amongst others that oh wait a minute, Haller's onside. Haller might make it 2. He's gone past the keeper. Haller now for 2. He's showing cross. Oh, he slipped over when the goal was gaping. United could and should have been 2-0 down. Unbelievable. Sebastian Haller slipped as he was about to shoot. United all at sea at the back. It might have been touch and go anyway for offside. But having said that, Haller should have finished that off. Went round Henderson superbly and then completely lost his bearings and completely lost his balance. I think he might have took the ball a little too far as he went round the goalkeeper actually, but oh dear me, that's got to go down as one of the misses of the season. Dear me, Sebastian Haller. But your West Ham should be 2-0 up, there's no doubt about that. Anyway, it's a free kick which has been wasted there by Manchester United. Oh, and it nearly went through to Jared Bowen, but it's a free kick to West Ham with 5 minutes to go to half time. They've taken it quickly. Here comes the shot. In it goes. The flag has got up, I think, for offside this time. Oh, my word. United all over the place. In fact, I think it's a corner. But United really are all over the place here at the moment. And it is a corner. The flag didn't go up as I thought it might have done. But even us commentators get it wrong sometimes. Anyway, it's a corner to West Ham. Well, 3.5 minutes before the break. And West Ham have a chance to go 2 goals clear. And it goes. Oh, the good header away. But only as far as Bowen, who's been the player of the man of the first half for me. Certainly up there possibly for the man of the match award, which we're going to open the votes for a bit later on in the second half. At least our 2 matches today, our 2 featured matches, live commentary matches, have yielded at least a goal in them. Here's a chance now for Bowen on the edge of the penalty area. Down there, can he whip his man? Oh, nearly did. Still gets the ball back off the deflection. Finds Kofal. Kofal with a very deep cross towards the back post. United at 6s and 7s, but get away with it this time as Alaire's attempted header was seized upon by the goalkeeper. That's the cross there. Maguire with not a very good header away. Then Pogba acrobatically getting that away. 10 out of 10 for trying that inside your own penalty area. United, not a good night so far. I think a few heads will have to roll in that dressing room, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer might need to wake a few of them up and throw a few pottery teacups at their heads, because quite honestly, United's display in the last sort of 15 minutes has been nowhere near the standard expected from a Manchester United side when you compare it with the sort of stuff that Sir Alex Ferguson had in his time here. Tellez. Now then, they've got the players to do it, United. They just need the opportunities. Here's Martial with a shot and a great save! To the left of centre, he hit it with his right foot. It was going into the top near post. It was going inside the top left-hand post, and the goalkeeper got a big right hand on this and tipped it over the crossbar. This is the best we've seen from Manchester United. That's going in, but that's a fantastic save from the goalkeeper, Fabianski. Here comes the corner. Tellez, a deep corner this time. Rice gets it only half away. Then Souček, the goal scorer, gets it forward. But West Ham there, just a little warning sign, and the flag is staying down because the ball was played off a defender to Jared Bowen. Now Bowen, oh, what a good tackle that is by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Because if he doesn't get there, Jared Bowen is odds-on favourite to make it 2-0. Rice with a header away, Souček's header, and United at 6 of the 7s, and Henderson makes the save, and the flag is up anyway. I think Bowen was in there again. We were watching a replay when that happened. Oh, well, in the last 15 minutes, it really has kicked off big time. This was the throw. It was a cross into the penalty area here. Wonderful cross, and Bowen got the header in, and I think the flag had got up anyway for offside. This is the opportunity before that. It was Wan-Bissaka with the initial mistake, and Bowen was looking odds-on favourite, but Wan-Bissaka's pace really got him out of jail there. 20 seconds of normal time to go. Then the 4th official, Andy Manley, will indicate to us down below us that how much further there is to go in terms of stoppage time. We'll take a 10-minute break as we normally do, and then we'll be back with full second half commentary of this very, very good game here. 1 minute at the end of the first half, and from one end of the extreme, you don't want the game, the first half, to end, but then from another viewpoint, you want a half-time cup of tea. At the moment, it's going West Ham's way. That goal from Souček has given West Ham the lead. United have hit back with Martial, but Bowen has wasted a couple of good opportunities. Fornals has wasted a good couple of opportunities, and really, if you look at the first half objectively, West Ham have just been streets ahead, the better side, and here they go again. They're on their way, and here they come again. They are playing with some real swagger about them here as well. Bueno went forward that time, but he's lost possession there to Paul Pogba. Oh, what a good recovery tackle that from Declan Rice. The England man showing his worth. And now the ball's out on the right. And here's that man again, Mr. Bowen. Jared Bowen now running at his men. He'll take on Tellers again. He beats him in the middle and he hits it over the bar. But West Ham's football in this first half has been a joy to behold as the whistle goes for half-time. And Jared Bowen has been the first half man of the match as far as I'm concerned, and they're getting a very good round of applause. West Ham from their 2,000 supporters are allowed to go in because they tested negative, of course, for COVID. But Jared Bowen, the player of the first half for me, really did well, but they lead after 38 minutes. Sojek prodding in from 3 yards. And a very sorry Manchester United make their way off here with plenty to ponder in the next 15 minutes. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's got the most mother of all half-time team talks. It's coming up now. He's got to earn his corn now in the next 15 minutes or so, because if he doesn't, he needs to get this next 15 minutes right. He needs to get them mentally prepared for the second half, because it's going to be a battle now. West Ham have seen to that. And a great performance from the Hammers, who don't look a team that who do look a team befitting of their league position at the moment. They deserve to be where they are. They will move above Leicester if they win today. Well, what a fillip that could be. But the West Ham fans are buoyant. They are very, very happy, and no wonder. Well, we're at half-time then, and let's just read out Luke Cater's comment before we go. Poor performance first half. We need to do better, I should say. And thank goodness that Wan-Bissaka made a great challenge and Haller missed a great opportunity. Of course, yes, Sebastian Haller as well. But the half-time whistle has sounded. And at this rate, I will pass on if he carries on this great commentary. Well, to stop me from passing out, I'm going to take a 10-minute break. But at half-time here, it's a real shock on here at the London Stadium. West Ham are performing above and beyond this season in the league. They are leading, deservedly so. Manchester United by a goal to nil. I'm going to lie down for 10 minutes, and I'll be back with full second-half commentary. And if it's any as good as the first half, we'll be in for one hell of a treat. See you in 10 minutes. Thank you to Ross, and I'll be all calm, set to ready to go. So I'm going to have a brew, but it's half time here at the London Stadium. West Ham 1, Manchester United 0. Welcome back to what you could describe as 2,000 people being really boisterous here at the London Stadium. United are about to make a half-time substitution. Looks like Bruno Fernandes has been brought on to try and give West Ham a bit of a knockout blow in the second half. Oh, Solskjaer needed a big 15 minutes. In fact, we're going to see not just one substitution, but two from Manchester United. Looks as if we're going to see Marcus Rashford, who has done so many great things in the community, helping underprivileged children in his local community in Manchester. He's a really down-to-earth lad, and he's had a Pride of Britain award as well, and everything else has been superb. So let's have a look at the substitutions. Two of them coming up. So we know Rashford and Bruno Fernandes are going to be coming on for Manchester United. Fernandes has already taken his place on the field, and so too is Rashford. We'll get confirmed who they've replaced in just a minute, but that's the double substitution. So Solskjaer knows he's playing two of his jokers at the start of the second half. He needed to change something. We never knew how radically he changed things, but he has now. So Rashford and Fernandes on. We'll find out who they've replaced in just a second or two. But it's United in those white and dark shirts to get us away in the second half, attacking the goal to our right. West Ham winning for that 38th minute goal by Souček from a corner, flicked on by Declan Rice from the left-hand side. So we're up and running now with two substitutes for United on. We'll get those confirmed in just a moment or two. But at the moment, it's 1-0 to the Hammers as we go into the second half. As Rashford chases that lost cause, but it's offside. So Van der Beek has come off and Cavani have come off. That's the changes. So Van der Beek and Cavani, the Dutchman and Uruguayan off, and as I can tell you, as you already know, Fernandes and Rashford on. So they've taken two attackers off and put two attackers on. And Rashford certainly is a Manchester United lad through and through. So plenty of work for Manchester United to do to get back into this game. English Sports has been on since I was off air and says your commentary is great. JB in this video, more video than mine's on the main channel. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Here's Fornals, who missed two great opportunities, but the flag has gone up in fact for an offside decision and a free kick to Manchester United. That was Simon Long on the far side there, putting his flag up there. So let me just remind you of the lineups then. So Manchester United, West Ham, unchanged from the first half. Fabianski, Balbuena, Ogbonna, Creswell, Kufal, Rice, Souček, Masaku, Bowen, Fornals and Sebastian Haller. Manchester United have made those two substitutions, so no Van der Beek or Cavani, so it's Henderson, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Tellers, McTominay, Wood, Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes, Martial and Rashford in the second half. On the bench for the Hammers, we've got Randolph, Benrahma, Lanzini, Snodgrass, Noble, the club captain, Diop and Johnson. United have got one substitute yet. They can choose from Grant, Mata, Matic, Williams and Twanatsabi. So they've got four substitutes to go at, having used two already. Here's Wan-Bissaka, whose pace really got United out of jail as Bowen was going clean through. Jared Bowen, who really had a terrific game in the first half, will be looking to follow suit in the second. West Ham leading by a goal to nil. They could move back into the top four conceivably with another victory. They've certainly performed of any wildest West Ham fans' expectations. They weren't hoping for a start to the season like this after 11 games. Really have started very well, David Moyes' side, against his old club, and it'd be nice for him to really strike a blow against his old employers who sacked him after just 10 months back in 2014. 13-14. This is Pogba now for United. As Rashford takes over now. Can United come back? Yeah, Bolton 3, Port Vale 6. Some game, that one at the Macron Stadium. The only sad thing about that, there was nobody present really apart from commentators to watch and officials from really only saw that game. It's sad really to see that nobody else saw it really, but there you go. Bolton 3, Port Vale 6. Some game that. And sadly, only 50 people would have bothered watching that game, from press and security right through to the board and the 2 boards from Port Vale and 2 board of directors from Port Vale and Bolton Wanderers respectively. It's really sad when you can't have fans to watch games like this, but it would have been a great game for the neutral, that one, even in League 2. Anyway, back to the Premier League, and it's 1% now for Manchester United, who trail by a goal to nil. Sojicek's goal after 38 minutes, the difference. And here comes Declan Rice winning possession. Gets it over the halfway line. Goes over to the right hand side. Finds the man of the moment, in my opinion. Been the best player on the field thus far. Jared Bowen, quite rightly, uses his goalkeeper. Just plays the ball back, and it's nicely done. 20 days, remember, folks, until Christmas. So get your Christmas shopping in before then. If you can, the shops are now back open after lockdown on December 2nd. And here comes Jared Bowen once again. This man is certainly white hot at the moment, looking red hot on a very cold night here in London. This is Creswell now for West Ham. Haller waits in the centre. Now a real chance now for the cross to come in now from Masaku. Masaku will try and whip his man. Gets a low cross in, but turned away by Victor Lindelof. Greenwood can't keep that. Kept it in, but has given West Ham very good possession here. Masaku runs towards the edge of the area. Creswell makes a good forward run, but the ball, unfortunately for the former Ipswich man, beats him out of play, and a goal kick given to the Hammers, who lead by a goal to nil. Also Cheltenham 5, Exeter 3, which was an early result. 3-1 at half time, I think, to Cheltenham at one point in that match. And just illustrates, George Russell has been denied pole position for tomorrow's Grand Prix in Bahrain. It's not the actual Bahrain Grand Prix. That was last week, of course, when we saw that horrendous crash for Gujan, where he got out of the car, which was split in two, and survived. But of course, COVID-19 is always Amazon. Meanwhile, in the football, here's a chance now for the number 2. Oh, and it was Bowen's cross. In fact, Bowen got on the end of the cross. Cross came in from the right hand side, and Jared Bowen, who's been the man in the match as far as I'm concerned, Haller gets the ball over there, and it was Kufal's cross, and Bowen was onside, and if he hits the target, United are in big trouble. The double substitution so far has not worked. 13 attempts for West Ham to Manchester United's 3. They are dominating the game. On target though, 2 apiece. It's West Ham on top at the moment. They're leading by a goal to nil. Fornals has the ball. He's missed 2 or 3 key opportunities in the first half. Fornals runs into traffic in the form of Wan-Bissaka. 6 minutes into the second half. West Ham really starting the second half as they finish the first. It looks like to me Bruno and Rashford have been quiet. Well, understandably, West Ham have had a lot of the ball, so it hasn't allowed Bruno or Rashford to get a foothold of the game. But Martial's got the football now. He's found Pogba. Rashford is making a terrific run, and he's trying desperately to stay outside here. Oh, and it was a good idea, but Pogba's lost it. Pogba lost it, but then Martial ran it back. Found Paul Pogba, but he's lost possession again. I tell you what, West Ham are really playing as if their lives depend on it. 7 minutes into the second half, shot comes in. It's a nice shot. Harry Maguire, of all people, shooting on sight around about 30-35 yards out from goal, and forcing a little worry or two there for Lucas Fabianski, although in fairness it was an easy save by the West Ham goalkeeper. So still 1-0 to the Hammers. 1-0 West Ham. I've had lots of chances. Haller now goes forward, goes down, but no free kick awarded by Mr. Mariner, the referee. Some very good games in League 2. Wolves 3, Crawley Town 3, of course, earlier today. Here's a chance now for Bruno Fernandes to show what he's worth. Finds Rashford. Rashford, a lovely turn, and it's hit his own man, Martial, and deflects into the grateful arms of the goalkeeper. Just not going United's way at the moment. As Creswell gets on the ball for West Ham. Finds Rice. Back to Creswell again. The two England men from England combining here. Spanals knocks the ball back. Declan Rice. Here he is now. The new really has made it an England spot his own. Played 3 games, friendly matches for the Republic earlier on in his career, then decided to have a change of heart and represent England at full international level. He's won quite a few caps now for England under Gareth Southgate. There have been questions whether he should be worthy of a place in the side along with Mason Mount, but they are dispelling some of the rumours. That's onside here. This is Rashford breaking into the penalty area. The ball's pulled back, a real chance here for United. Oh, they hit the side net in. Scott McTominay with the right-footed drive misses the near post and hits the right-hand side netting. And the flag did not go up. It was onside. Rashford got away on that far side. Had the presence of mind to tee the ball back here for Scott McTominay. First touch to control him from just inside the penalty area. Drags the shot, pulls it agonisingly wide of the target, and Manchester United have missed a real opportunity there to get themselves back into this game at 1 apiece. But it's still 1-0 to West Ham. We're now almost 10 minutes into the second half, and around about the 60th minute mark, just like this afternoon, we'll get you to vote for the JB Man of the Match award. All you've got to do, name of the player, and then just put hashtag it, of course, with JBMLTM, and see if we can get an outright winner, outright man of the match today. We had two Burnley players share the award today. That was Messrs Lowton and Brady. Brady scoring that goal, of course, in the 1-1 draw with Everton, which we brought you earlier on here on JB Sports. Here tonight in London, it's West Ham 1, Manchester United 0. Here comes Jarrod Bowen again, the man of the moment. Certainly would be a shoo-in for the man of the match award. 3-2 to Leipzig against Bayern Munich. What a game that is in Germany as the ball comes in. Henderson decides to leave it. And a good decision in the end because the ball just drifted out from Masaku's cross, and a goal kick it is for West Ham, for Manchester United. Back for the second half coverage, JB. Just been recording some work for Trevor Sports. I take it it's Champions League commentary. I did mine last night, and I did it with one take. It took me 11 minutes to do. Easiest thing I've done all day, all evening last night. Very much enjoyed doing that. And at the moment it's Manchester United charging forward with 56 minutes gone. Later on, Russ's side leads go to Chelsea for the final game. That's an 8 o'clock kickoff, incidentally, but the game will not be covered live here on this channel. I've done 2 commentaries. I don't think the voice could stand a third. Anyway, back to the game here, and it's still a good match here. Offside surely against Martial. The flag stayed down, but the ball's run dead into touch anyway, and Martial would have been tagged offside. In fact, well spotted Eddie Smart on the near side. Good assistant again. I think both linesmen have had truly remarkably good games this far, and yeah, well spotted there by Eddie Smart. And straight away, he must have heard me from earlier on. Put his spike up straight away there. Good assistant refereeing, and I have to say, Andre Mariners refereed. Up until now, he's refereed very, very well. And there you are. That's me giving referees and officials a bit of credit. Just to remind you who the VAR referees are this evening. We've got Lee Mason at Stockley Park, assisted by Adrian Holmes. And they'll be looking at VAR, going through it like a fine-tooth comb. VAR has not really been needed in at least two and a half games so far that we've had. There's still a long way to go this weekend in the Premier League weekend, and you never know, we still might have some VAR come to obviously over the weekend. Might all come tomorrow, who knows. Anyway, here's Paul Pogba on halfway. Manchester United trail West Ham by a goal to nil, live on the JB Sports channel. What a game it has been here, live on the game. Our first commentaries in just over 3 weeks. And so far, we brought you a 1-0 draw, a very competitive 1-1 draw between Burnley and Everton today. And tonight we're bringing you a very competitive game where West Ham are beating Manchester United by 1-0. Forsberg with the third goal, incidentally, for Red Bull Leipzig, who play Manchester United on Wednesday. I think it's on Wednesday night or Tuesday night, sorry, in Germany. And that is going to be a winner takes all showdown, that one for sure. This is Masaku. The ball goes back to Ogbonna. Ogbonna hits a long ball over the halfway line to the right hand side, and it's found Jared Bowen like an arrow. Now then, Bowen with the cross. In it goes towards Spanhouse, headed away there by Lindelof. Now it comes to Pogba. Pogba going past Bowen. Still Paul Pogba, held it up well. Good ball there to Martial. Martial turns. Lovely football this from United. Greenwood onto Rashford. Rashford now. Bruno Fernandes is waiting on the edge of the area. Good skills into the penalty area, and the shot into the side netting from Marcus Rashford. In fact, he got a deflection. It's a corner to Manchester United, who are starting to turn up the heat a little bit. Caton will be back in 10 minutes. 20 seconds to go before we open the vote for the JB Man in the Match Award. Name of the player, and then hashtag it with the hashtag JBMLTM. As the corner comes in, it's headed away by Sojcek, the goal scorer. The Man in the Match vote is now officially open. 60 minutes exactly, so we're open for the Man in the Match for the next half an hour. Name of the player you want to see win, and then you hashtag it with the hashtag JBMLTM. Manchester United attacking now with Maguire. United will not want another setback here. They started the night in 10th place. They could be in the bottom half of the table if results go against them later on in the second half. Well, apart from the Bowie chance, you've not really missed that much. Still 1-0 to West Ham. United turning up the power. Of course, McTominay has missed an opportunity as well. Hitting it into the side netting. Rashford's just hit one into the side netting as well. Deflected obviously. So plenty happening here. Still United going for it. Rashford into Martial. Can't get it out. And United are being stifled by a very good West Ham defence. 2,000 people, remember, inside the London Stadium. A capacity of... doesn't seem much in a capacity of almost 60,000, but here comes Juan Mata. He's going to come on now, and he's replaced the ineffective Anthony Martial, who's frankly been a disappointment. Off he goes. And he's limping as well. But he has been a bit of a disappointment, if I'm being honest. He's been... So United have brought on the veteran Juan Mata to see if they can hold this game back into their favour. They still trail by a goal to nil. The Man in the Match vote is now open. Name of the player, hashtag it with JBMLTM, please. And what a second half it has been, as the ball is spreading out towards the far side here. We're just having one or two technical itches, which is a little bit annoying at the moment. And we haven't got moving pitches here, and it's a real shame really, because we've seen so far a very good game of football. But it's West Ham still leading. We'll just bring you up to date with the Man of the Match award at the moment. Thomas Sojcek has got the goal. Got the goal is Russ's choice for our Man of the Match award. As we have now, I think we're going to get some moving pictures again, and we can get underway again with the commentary, hopefully now for the rest of the second half. So Sojcek is leading the Man of the Match award at the moment. 1-0 to West Ham at the moment, as things quite clearly stand here at the moment, as we wait to get underway in this, get going in the second half. We're just having one or two technical hiccups at the moment. It's just getting a little bit frustrating out there, but we'll get back on song in a minute. And hopefully now we should have the game back on at the moment, hopefully. And we haven't got it at the moment. We're having to try and rush around to try and get some moving pictures here, and we're very much struggling at the moment to try and get the game on for you, but we'll keep going. So 1-0, just to remind you of the score. Souček with the goal in the opening exchanges of the game towards the 38th minute, and we should be back with you in just a second or two. The game you haven't missed anything while we've been away. Still 1-0 as far as I can make out. We're just having one or two technical problems at the moment, and we can't seem to. Hopefully now we can get back and get on with the game. United have just equalised. Paul Pogba has just equalised. We've missed a goal, sadly. That's down to our technical boys, but Paul Pogba has just equalised after 66 minutes, and we'll try and bring you how that happened in a second or two. But it is a very frustrating time at the moment. Pogba has levelled it up. Our reporter down there, Russ Burning, has just said that United have equalised. Paul Pogba. We'll try and describe that to you in a second or two. But it's not looking... Well, that's a very disappointing moment for West Ham there. Having had chances to lead. But United have levelled. We've lost the pitches. And we've missed a goal because of the technical problems beyond our control. But I can tell you that Manchester United have drawn level. Paul Pogba with the equaliser. And we'll try and tell you how that happened a little bit later on if we can get the game back. At the moment, it doesn't look as if we can. We are really struggling at the moment, and we've done really well to get up to this point unscathed, and United are level, but we've missed the goal because of the technical difficulties we've got here at the moment. It's been a very frustrating last sort of 5 minutes for us personally, because we don't like to miss goals on this channel, and we've missed one here, and it's so frustrating here because we don't want to see that happen. In fact, Russ will give us a little bit of light on it. Lenderson launched the ball forward, looked at it, gone out of play, the ball was crossed in, and Pogba scored. There has been a bit of a debate there with VAR. Might have been called. I'll have a look at it myself a little bit later on and then get my opinions on it. I'm sure the television will replay. If we can get the footage back, we might be struggling here, folks. We might have to abandon the coverage here because at the moment it's not looking very good that we can get any moving pictures back. It is a real frustration here at the moment, and we can't seem to get any live pictures at the moment. It's really frustrating. And Ringwood has just put Manchester United in front. And this is turning into a disaster for us. Just when everything was going smoothly tonight, we've lost. We haven't been able to bring in the commentary and the 2 United goals live. That's frustrating. BT are going to get it in the net. Our technical boys are going to get it in the net. We had technical difficulties at Turf Ball this afternoon, and the tech boys here have been even worse here at the London Stadium. We've lost everything here, and the tech boys, well, I think they need sacking from my channel. I think that's a given. We can't get moving pictures at the moment, and that is a frustration. 2-1 it is now to Manchester United, having been 1-0 down. We have lost the moving pictures, and I can't seem to get any signal here now. We've lost signal, and I don't know what's going on here. It has been one frustration after another, and I am really annoyed at this development, really. The tech guys have been absolutely abysmal today. They were in absolute shambles earlier on today at Turf Ball for a little spell, and now they're in real shambles here because they've made us miss 2 goals, which is an absolute shame. I like to pride myself on bringing you the best in football coverage. We have totally, I feel we've let you down here tonight, listeners. We really have. But Russ has been a shining light. He's really kept us together here tonight, and it is an absolute frustration at the moment. And I cannot believe my annoyance at this, really, to be quite honest with you. I can't, for the life of me, I've never felt so annoyed in my life that when things get like this, it just doesn't understand. And now we are back live with the action. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, this, we just watched a replay of the goal. Mason Greenwood scoring it. Pogba now the man in the match. We are back live with you, but Greenwood and Pogba have just scored again. So Greenwood has just scored as we come back live with you now. We'll take the commentary now until the end of the game, hopefully now. But I can tell you it's 2-1. And here go Manchester United. Rashford is onside. Rashford checks. No, what can he do here? West Ham in trouble now. They should have been 3 up at half time. They are 2-1 down. Rashford tries to chip the goalkeeper, but he chips it wide of the post, and it's a goal kick to West Ham. So we are back with you now. Let's have a look at the equalising goal. I think this is what happened. Now this is what happened. Henderson knocks the ball forward. The ball seems to drift out of play. David Moyes, I can just see there on the touchline. Then the ball's knocked back into Pogba's path. It's a 25-yard shot that goes into the back of the net. And I'm having seen that for the first time. I'm amazed that's been allowed to stand. And the frustration point, and that's the first goal I've just described to you. That's what happened. That's one we definitely missed. Live for you. We have looked at it back. Thank you, English. Good night. So we'll try and clear up the other goal before we can in a moment. But West Ham have a free kick now and a chance to make it 2-2. The ball into the penalty area, up towards Bowen, who goes in there. I think we might be doing Liverpool tomorrow night as well. And if we are, then we've got it. The game's going to be shown on Amazon Prime, and we won't have any problems with the links there because it'll be live on Amazon Prime. So 2-2 it remains here at 2-1. Sorry, it remains here at the London Stadium to Manchester United. 20 minutes left to play. I've now lost count of the man of the match. I think we got one apiece now. I'm not sure. Man of the match currently tied between West Ham's Thomas and Paul Pogba. So one vote for those each. So yeah, Russ has saved my bacon there. So one apiece. Are we going to see it outright winner, man of the match today? We saw a drawn one. A shared award between two Burnley players. At the moment, we've got a shared award between one player each from each side. And here goes a chance here for United. They're through on now goal, and it's hit the post. Rashford has hit the post. And that should have been game, set and match for Manchester United. The ball not through there. The flag has stayed down. It was rightly waved onside. And Rashford with the right foot should and could and must have made it 3-1, but he's scuffed it really off the post, off the bottom of the far post. It remains 2-1 to United. We'll try and clear up that second goal scored by Greenwood in a second. We'll try and hopefully the director will show a replay and I'll be able to tell you how that goal happened as well, in case, because we missed it of course. We'll try and bring that to you as well. But at the moment, it's 2-1 to Manchester United. We sadly missed both goals. And that's a real sad moment for us because we pride ourselves on the best commentary coverage around the world. But unfortunately, when our tech boys make errors like that, and they'll be getting a verbal volley from me when I come off the air afterwards, because that's not been good enough from the tech boys. They've really let me down here today badly. And I might have to get some new technical people in because the tech boys I've got at the moment are not up to the standards that I set for this channel. Here comes number 26, Masako. Finds Creswell, back to Masako again. West Ham starting to pick up the pace a little bit. The ball into the penalty area, well read by Harry Maguire again at the back. Did really well there, the England man. Superb defending. Manchester United have turned it around. Those substitutions have obviously done the trick, even though none of them have gone on the score sheet. Here's Jared Bowen, far side. He stays onside. The cross comes in. Ball deflects, can't find Fornals. And here come Manchester United again. And here goes Greenwood. He's past one man. He's over the halfway line down the left-hand side. He's charging through here towards the penalty area. He's gone down. The referee says no foul. The referee says no foul, and United are furious. And now West Ham are up in arms here. It was Marcus Rashford, that made the run. Declan Rice has gone down as well. 2 England players on the floor here. Rashford is injured here. This is what happened. Rashford, in fact, gets the ball here. It wasn't Greenwood as I initially thought. 2 similar types of player, actually, but as they run towards the penalty area here, collides with Declan Rice, and then there's an almighty collision there. Let's have a look. Did Rice take him? No, he got the ball there, Declan Rice. No doubt about that. Rashford has hurt his head. With a little bit of a concussion injury for Josh Brownhill, not Brownhill, Chris Wood in the Burnley match earlier today, and so Manchester United here could move up a few places, and that would be a little bit of a setback for West Ham if they were to lose this game. Still a draw for man of the match at the moment. Rashford landed on opponent's foot. Souček and Pogba are our 2 votes for man of the match. Now we're going to see some changes here for West Ham. Benrahma and Lanzini are going to come on, and we're going to see the end of Fornals when Benrahma comes on for him, and Jared Bowen, well, I'm very surprised no one has actually voted for him as man of the match, because I certainly think, without a shadow of a doubt, in my humble opinion, not that my opinion counts, by the way, but in terms of man of the match, I'm surprised people didn't actually consider him for the award as well, because I think he did a magnificent job. But Lanzini's replaced him anyway. Here come West Ham now, 2-1 down, and really could do with a goal to get themselves back into it. Here come West Ham now. They've got Lanzini on the field. They've got Benrahma on the field. Benrahma on the field as well. So a chance here with a quarter of an hour to go. Let's hope we have no mishaps now in terms of technical faults, and then we could have a good last 15 minutes maybe of the game. Here's Paul Pogba for Manchester United. 2-1 ahead. We'll try and bring you a replay of the Greenwood goal, and we'll try and describe what actually happened in that as they go forward again, and that's wide from Rashford. He's had 2 or 3 good opportunities to stop. No, it wasn't. It was Greenwood, rather. I'm getting the 2 mixed up at the moment. They both have similar sort of haircuts, and hard to tell the difference, really. I don't know if it's the shirts that are confusing me tonight or what. Forgive me, guys, I am sort of ring rusty. I've not been doing radio commentary for 3 weeks, so forgive me. But I wanted to give you a little bit of value tonight because you have missed out for 3 weeks, so I thought I'd try to do the 2 in 1 day. Unfortunately, I mean, the commentary hasn't been too bad from both games. It's with the technical aspects that have let us down, really, this weekend, but still a game still worth doing, and there is a chance now. This time Rashford should make it 3-1. He chips the goalkeeper, and this time makes no mistake. Manchester United lead by 3-1. Marcus Rashford, the substitute. What a wonderful goal. Chipped it over the goalkeeper, Fabianski, and surely now, barring accidents, Manchester United are going to get all 3 points. Wonderful chip forward, and there's the weighted ball. It's one matter. The flag stayed down. Rashford was clearly onside, cutting from the left-hand side, and West Ham will be ruining those missed opportunities, which they didn't take at 1-0 up. No doubt about this one. It's a great finish beyond the goalkeeper's dive, and that's settled the competition, or settled the contest as far as United are concerned. Chips it over Fabianski, clean as a whistle, cool as you like, and Manchester United, and what a win this is going to be for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. A man really, truly under pressure, and this might just shed a few miles on the the critics of Manchester United because they needed a result here today, and they surely now, barring accidents, are going to get one. And it's going to be a very good victory, this, for Manchester United. They played some really good stuff throughout, and they've looked very much a very good side in the second half. But there you go. It's been very, very good, a very good performance, that is for sure. But can West Ham respond? Still, you've got about 12 minutes plus stoppage time to vote for your Man of the Match award. Still a vote apiece between Pogba and Souček, who got the West Ham goal, which put them ahead. And here is Branami. Now Lanzini, can he get the cross now? Lanzini trying to get the cross, and it goes behind for a corner. Muketa's going to get his brother to vote as Lanzini wins a corner. Well, the 2,000 supporters for West Ham haven't made a huge difference, unfortunately. Can they get another one back and make it a real grandstand finish? Creswell wasn't happy with the ball he was given, so he's got another ball off the tee. West Ham fans freezing cold, and at the moment a little bit pig sick. Their team are 3-1 up at the moment. Here comes the corner from Creswell. Here it comes. Oh, and it missed everybody there. And, well, predictably, we've got a three-way tie now for Man of the Match. Jared Bowen has been given a Man of the Match. Oh, this, the shot goes over the top from Benrahma, and a goal kick. So we've got a three-way draw, 2 West Ham players and 1 Manchester United. We might have to give out shared awards here. And for the first time in JB Sports Man of the Match history, the award is going to be shared 2 matches in a row at the moment as things stand, because we've got 1 vote for Bowen, 1 vote for Souček, and we've got 1 vote for Paul Pogba. I'm not choosing now, because if it ends a draw, it remains a draw. And we did exactly that in the first match at Burnley, and we're sticking to this rigid system. As Maguire's been fouled there by Sebastian Haller, more in frustration more than anything else. We've played 81 minutes now. Ole Solskjaer knows that the game, surely he's won. But United are not watertight defensively, as we all know, but it's a free kick. Referee just gesturing to his wristwatch that he'll be adding time on at the end for stoppages. And let's see what happens now as the free kick comes in from the goalkeeper Henderson. Pogba gets the ball on halfway. United are 3-1 up. The substitutions have worked. Here goes Rashford again. He's hovering again. Rashford across the face. Nobody was in the middle. Crossed in from the left, and nobody was on hand to tap the ball into the back of the net. Looked like we were going to see a shock on at half time when West Ham took the lead just 6 minutes before the break, but United, with those triple substitutions, really have turned the game in their favour, and now look like getting into pole position to win the 3 points. Earlier today, Burnley drew 1-1 with Everton, and of course Manchester City beat Fulham in the 3 o'clock game by 2-0. Here's Bahami going through, but he's well snuffed out. Across London at 8 o'clock, we'll see. You'll be able to see on television Leeds' latest game away from home. They will play Chelsea. Real test for them. But Leeds off the back of a very good victory at Everton last week. Here come West Ham now with Sebastian Haller. Gets a free kick. Now then, opportunity here, 25 yards from goal. I've not seen many yellow cards yet in the Premier League this afternoon. Certainly the 2 games we've tried to bring you here. I hope the technical problems haven't spoilt your enjoyment of the match. But we do try to make the best commentary as much as we can, and it does frustrate me when the technical people cannot do their jobs. Anyway, free kick, Lanzini, Rice. 1 or 2 hours over this one as well. Declan Rice, the captain. Robert Criswell as well. Henderson has got the man of the match now from Newcater's dad, and we've got a 4-way split for man of the match. Oh, here comes the free kick, and Henderson makes the save. Well, he's one of our joint man of the matches at the moment. We've got a 4-way vote. We've got 2 West Ham players and 2 United players. And that, as a very good save there from Creswell's free kick, left-footed free kick, and keeps United at 3-1. So we're running out of... We've got 4 different players voted for man of the match. Kufal's gone off, incidentally, for West Ham. And Johnson, number 31, comes on. As the corner comes in from the far side, Haller goes up, but he's beaten in the air. And here's Lanzini with a shot, but it's an easy one with the right foot. It's an easy one straight down the goalkeeper's throat. That's Dean Henderson, of course. So 3-1 it is to Manchester United. And here goes Rashford off again, but the ball is out of play. And this is the same again. It looks better from any sort of angle. We'll try. They haven't brought me a replay of the. I hope the television director's listening into this. We haven't had a replay of the Mason Greenwood goal, which has put Manchester United 2-1 in front. Which put United 2-1 in front. Rashford's obviously since then extended it to 3. This is Rice now chipping it over the top to the far side here for West Ham, who are not giving in. Damien Moyes will be buoyed by the first half performance, but the second half, United have really come at them. And there comes the cross, hits the defender. The ball is into touch on the far side. Bruno hasn't had a chance really to land any what you would call knockout blows. Well done, Newcater. Fantastic. And yeah, we'll have a few more of those. December will be a bumper month for me on YouTube. Not only will I be heard on here on a regular basis again, we'll also try and get Russ and Trev doing some commentary as well. And we'll get Chris on, hopefully in the new year as well, doing commentary. But he's obviously, he can't get into football when there is sparse crowds or no crowds. And I can understand his feelings on that. Chris, incidentally, is fine. Spoke to him the other day. He's been in very good spirits. We had a hour-long chat, and it was a very good chat. And it was nice to hear his dulcet tones last night, of course, on Trevor Sports. Don't forget on Monday, over on Trevor's channel, me, Ross, Chris, and Trevor, we all get a Champions League game each. And it's the conclusion of the virtual Champions League group stage. United need a point in the virtual world against Red Bull Leipzig. In reality, they do need a win. That's on Tuesday night. But all 4 English teams. Man City need a miracle in the virtual world as well. But it's a very good episode of Sports Night coming your way on the virtual sports channel. The best virtual sports channel, I think, in the world. Trevor Sports. He's Declan Rice shooting right-footed, and it's an easy save for Dean Henderson. Yeah, Trevor Sports using the PES 2020 platform, all the mods from that. And if you haven't checked out his channel, please do so. Hit that subscribe button, and you'll get, and also hit the notification bell. Also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button. And of course, it goes without saying, with 3 minutes to go, we've got a 4-way split for the Man of the Match award, by the way. If anyone wants to vote for any of the 4 players, we'll get it out, try and get an outright winner for the next 2 minutes. Otherwise, we're going to have a 4-way split. I might actually break with what I was going to do and just pick one player from the Man of the Match, I think. And it's a very difficult choice. I'm gonna make a casting vote. Forget about what I wanted to do. When we got a 4-way split, it's a different matter entirely. When you've got 2 people splitting it, that's fine. 4 people, you can't give a Man of the Match to 4 people. So I'm going to have to make the casting vote. Lindelof goes back to Dean Henderson. Henderson knocks the ball away. But I've really enjoyed being back in the stream. I'm sorry about the technical issues. It's really blighted us a little bit tonight. We still haven't seen the Greenwood goal yet fully as the ball, Benarma goes off again, but it's a no foul, free kick. Well, there'll be uproar about the equalising goal. Did Henderson knock the ball out of play? When it came back in, United were allowed to play on. David Boyes will be asking several questions about that, and I think, without being disrespectful to Manchester United, I think he might have a point there, David Boyes. Here's Declan Rice. Now then, Ben Army, can he make something happen? He got the ball back again almost from Sebastian Haller. But West Ham should not be disgraced, even if they lose this game. They've really contributed to a very good game of football here tonight. Rashford has brought down his man. 3 kick to West Ham. Johnson was the man tagged. We're inside the final minute, and I'm going to think really hard who to choose out of 4 players to be man of the match. If it was 2 players, I would have said draw. But when there's 4 different votes, it makes it very hard to give it to them. So I do have to have the casting vote on this occasion. Free kick though. Here comes the free kick. Creswell sends it in there, and the ball comes loose again. It's hooked away once more. And it's been a very frustrating second half if you're a Hammer. Well, it's nice to see the Hammers fans, but it's a disappointing night for which they return, and I'm going to give the man of the match and a little bit of consolation to West Ham because I thought he had a really good match before being substituted. So I'm going to give the outright man of the match to Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen will get the man of the match award, and that is my final take on that. So Jared Bowen will be the man of the match. I had to make a casting vote only on this occasion, purely and simply because we had a 4-way split for man of the match, but the other 3 certainly deserve matches and deserve a vote in their own rights, but I had to cast the balls because we couldn't give 4 man of the matches. It's just, if it's just 2 players split for the award, then yeah, fair enough. But when there's 3, maybe 4, then you do have to wonder, is it worth sharing the prize? I don't think it is between 4 people. So I had to make a casting vote, and I've gone for Jared Bowen. We're into 500 minutes, for which we've had 1 of the 5. And here comes Bahami again. That's a good ball now. Can he find Basaki? Can West Ham make it a bit of a nervy finish for Manchester United? No, they can't. Basaki's cross was knocked away, and United now can bring it out with McTominay. Oh, he's giving it straight to Creswell. That was a poor ball. So we've had 1 minute and 15 of the 5. We're right at the end. Jared Bowen is our man of the match, by the way. And here's Ben Army now coming forward. Haller, oh dear. And it's tired play now for West Ham. United don't need to do anything daft now. They could even relax, even counter-attack if they wanted to do. But the substitutions from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer have really worked a treat. Here off goes Mason Greenwood here. Or Robert Mata. This is Rashford. Real opportunity to make it safe. Or Robert Greenwood, I should say. I get them 2 mixed up again. Anyway, we've played 2 of the 5. 3 minutes of stoppage time left remaining. And here come Manchester United in possession with Maguire. McTominay has possession. Still 3-1. They lead. Pogba, who got the equalising goal, which will be hotly disputed in West Ham circles because Henderson's goal kick seemed to blow out of play, then back in again. And watch that space for the interviews as Rashford takes possession. O'Bonnell's with him all the way. The appealed offside wasn't given. But it's just keep ball down for United. We've played halfway through the time added on, given by Andy Madley. We haven't seen the Greenwood goal yet, which is a little bit annoying. I wish to show a replay once the ball goes out of play, because I'd like to describe that goal for you. Hopefully we'll see that before the end. And I do have pangs of regret that we've missed 2 of the 4 goals that we've seen here at the London Stadium tonight. Thank you to the technical boys who will get a verbal volley afterwards, but I felt that we were so far in, we had to finish the commentary regardless, and that we have done. West Ham 1, Manchester United 3 here at the London Stadium, and the ball is forward, and here's a chance for number 1. Oh, he's knocked it wide, Greenwood. Oh, all he had to do, if he wanted to take, he should have took an extra touch, cushioned the ball then, and then had the shot. Flag was down again. May have been confused whether he was onside or not. Maybe that was playing on his mind a touch, but never mind. It's still 3-1 to Manchester United. We're now a minute and 10 away from the end of the match. Here's Masaku for West Ham. Finds Declan Rice. Still just to the left of the centre circle. The ball played into Bahami. Bahami trying the shot. It's an easy one for Dean Henderson. Gabby did it, no problem. Bahami probably hit it a little bit more tably there with his right foot from about 20 odd yards. But a great performance this from Manchester United. They were 1 down and seemingly struggling to really put anything together. But boy, after the substitutions from Solskjaer worked. And some today. 30 seconds of stoppage time left to play then at the London Stadium. West Ham 1, Manchester United 3. Been a very good performance, good team performance. Thank you, Russ, and I'll take care, and you take care as well, Russ. Been good to have you with us for the 2 games. Well done on reporting things as well today. And look forward to hearing from you very soon. 3-1 it is then. As the whistle goes, we played the 5 minutes and there will be no more. So a very good result that for Manchester United. Ran out winners by 3-1. And you have to say, of the second half performance, I suppose they deserved it. But West Ham will feel very aggrieved that the first goal was allowed to stand. Souček put West Ham in the lead. And to be fair, the West Ham fans, well done to them. They're copying their team off. They put in a very good performance despite losing tonight. And that was very good. Classy for the West Ham fans who go over to clap the supporters. I think it would deserve a round of applause from their team. But it's United's day. The substitutions were Molly. Work to treat. Souček's goal after 38 minutes put West Ham into the lead. Then Pogba, 2 goals in 2 minutes, which we sadly didn't see. David Moyes will question the Pogba goal. Did it blown out and then back in the build-up to that? Should have still been defended better, by the way. Greenwood then scored 2 minutes later. We don't know how that came about. We'll try and find a replay before we leave you tonight and describe how that came about. And then Rashford made it 3-1, having hit the post just afterwards. But there we go. David Moyes is really laying into the referee. As I've just said, we'll try and get a replay of the goal if we can. At the moment, until we get a replay, we'll describe that goal to you and then wrap up for the evening because I'm completely and utterly horsed. That is for sure. Well, City have won. United have won. Burnley and Everton shared the point in our first match, 1 apiece, in a very well contested game. And here later on, we'll see. Later on, you'll be able to watch on television. I think on Sky. Leeds away at Chelsea. What a game that promises to be at Stamford Bridge. 2 of these sides, real rivals from over the years. Going back to the Don Revie days, of course, with the Leeds, 1970 and all that. Just watching highlights of the first half here. It was a corner that West Ham got, which led to the opening goal of the game. But in the first half, West Ham played some good football, and I thought Jared Bowen, who was our man of the match in the end, did really well. New Cater has just said, thank you for the great commentary. Well, it's a shame, but we only commentated on 2 of the 4 goals. This was a real chance for Haller to make it 2. If this goes in, it's a different ball game for me, and it should have been taken. Then United had a chance right at the end through Martial. Got the ball here from the ball back and hit that first time, and a good save from Fabianski. Then in the second half, West Ham had a big chance to make it 2. Haller doing some very good work, and Jared Bowie, then the ball was hooked back across, and Jared Bowie from 3 yards inexplicably missed. That proved to be a real turning point. United then had another chance. Marcus Rashford cut it inside, ball played back, and a real opportunity wasted for McTominay. He hit the side netting, and then, well, we didn't see the second goal. They haven't shown the second goal. This was the Rashford miss, and another free kick that was saved there from Henderson. They're showing stuff that we haven't seen yet. They haven't shown any of the United goals yet. I was just seeing another shot there from Rice. But United were very strong in the second half, it's got to be said. Rashford should have scored, Greenwood should have scored right at the end there, but we haven't seen any of the... We haven't seen the second goal, which I want to see again, and they're not showing us that second goal. Can the director please show the second goal? But at the moment, it's a little bit frustrating at the moment, but we'll see if we can describe how that second goal came about. It was Mason Greenwood who scored to make it 2-1. But nevertheless, I mean, West Ham played really well in the first half tonight. I don't think there was ever a shadow of a doubt about that. They are a very good side, and there's no doubt at all in my mind that this defeat for them will be a bit of a blip. But at the end of the day, United took their chances. This was we're going to see the goals now. This was the first one, scored by Souček, and a great finish it was. The West Ham fans crowing at the moment. There was a flick on Bob Rice. Souček came in. That made it 1-0 at half time at this point, and it looked as if United were on for a real defeat there. David Moyes, at the time, was pleased as punched, and it looked as if West Ham might hang on. They had other chances to make it 2-0, which would have really put them well in control, but they didn't take the chances which came their way, and as a result, they certainly paid the penalty for that. Hopefully we'll see some of the United goals. There was controversy about the equaliser, of course. Came from a Henderson clearance, which seemed to drift in and back out. Seemed to drift out and in to play. And then, obviously, the ball was hooked back across. This was the goal again. This is the equaliser. The ball is kicked down the near side there. And from the first angle, it looks as if the ball has stayed in. But if you look from behind the goal, we saw it from behind the goal. I have to say, looking at the replay, still a great finish from Pogba into the back of the net. But look, the ball seems to drift out. David Moyes is not too many yards away, and he's asking why that's not been given as a throw-in. As it happens, it's a great finish there, but West Ham, in fairness, should have defended it better. Bruno with the lay back, and a very, very good finish indeed. But there will be uproar there. David Moyes will be frustrated and upset about that, and you could have sympathy as to why. This was him at the end of the game there. Really frustrated. Mike Phelan there too. And then we'll try and bring you the Greenwood one as well before we leave you. A little handshake there with Paul Pogba. So, but West Ham will feel hard done by. But having said that, they had several opportunities to defend that opportunity an awful lot better than what they did. If you are totally being fair, but that does look as if it's gone out of play. It's blown out and back in again. That's my opinion. But take nothing away from the finish from Pogba. It's a sensational strike. As I say, Fernandes with a lovely little cut back and a wonderful equalising goal. That made it 1-1 at that point. Then Greenwood 2 minutes, and then it seemed to affect West Ham in a way, because in a couple of minutes later, Mason Greenwood made it 2-1. And we'll find out, we'll describe how it happened, because we haven't had a chance to describe it, because the television director, in my opinion, forgot to show it again. And we'll tell you how good a goal it was, because we actually missed that goal. But we missed both those goals. It's a shame that went against us, really. Just to remind you of all the other scores. Burnley 1, Everton 1. That's a game we brought you live. Manchester City 2, Fulham 0. That's a full-time score. Easy as you like. Victory there for Manchester City. Very good performance from them. Hopefully we'll see the Greenwood goal in just a second. They're still debating the first one at the moment, but we'd like to see a replay of the second one if we could. So then we could just bring it to the viewers. Then I can get off and have something to eat. It is a little bit frustrated at the moment that they're nabbering on. I'm not getting to the point, but there we go. But that seemed to affect West Ham really as a team, and really the puff went from their game soon after that. And they're still blabbering on about that equaliser. Just get on with it and just show us the second goal. I haven't seen it and I want to see it. I'm not bothered about what people think. Let's just get on with showing the second goal. They're taking their own time to show this goal, aren't they? Rashford took his goal well, also hit the post as well. We already know about Rashford's goal. Hopefully now we'll see the second goal and we'll be able to describe it for you in much detail. Here it is now coming up on the screen. It was a ball played in from the far side. Greenwood turning in the penalty area and then smashing it into the right hand corner. Here it is again. Rashford involved, or rather the ball played in here. It's a lovely cross in there. Greenwood first touch to control, nice turn, and then shot into the bottom corner. And he's now scored 20 goals in all competitions since the start of last season. Gets a little deflection off the keeper's hands. That's what happened to make it 2-1. We didn't see a replay of that, but great performance, and then Rashford broke away to make it 3 later on, and the rest, as I say, is history. So West Ham put in a very good performance here at the London Stadium in front of 2,000 spectators, but it wasn't enough. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United worked the oracle. The substitutions absolutely worked a treat for them. Great performance. Thanks to everybody who's tuned in tonight. I'm off to have some pork, have some beef sausages. I hope you very much enjoyed the commentary, and I'll see you very soon. West Ham 1, Manchester United 3. A great result there for Manchester United, and commiserations for West Ham. But nice to have been back with you. Sorry about missing the 2 goals for United in the second half, but you know, I'm now off to lynch the technical boys for that. But I hope you've enjoyed it nonetheless, and I hope it's not spoiled you enjoyment too much. Thank you very much for listening to both games today. I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.